Good evening, viewers. Welcome to this session and welcome Sunita as well as Leena. We have a lot of news for you this evening. So let's start with the first piece of news. Now, since Bollywood seems to be going through, like a what you call a somersault. Everything is going down, and people are really, everybody, the actors who were earlier selected for Dhurandhar now regret not having taken their roles. Now you'll see that someone who I think people had forgotten, and who has been out of the scene for a long time. Now we're talking about Imran Khan, and now this person has suddenly, emerged, and he's criticized modern Bollywood films for lacking empathy, kindness, and emotional depth. Now, he said he's disturbed by the increasing portrayal of, toxic masculinity in mainstream cinema. According to him, many films today glorify aggressive, hyper-masculine male characters, often sidelining sensitive and emotionally aware storytelling. He emphasized that such narratives promote problematic gender stereotypes and normalize harmful behavior. And if you're wondering who this person is, you remember he was there in the movie, Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na, and Break Ke Baad. He pointed out that his work focused more on gentle, relatable male characters, which are now less common. He called for more emotionally responsible storytelling in Bollywood, advocating for characters that reflect empathy and vulnerability rather than aggression. Now, see, if you look at what he is saying is perfectly correct. I mean, most of us are saying, it's the content that has to change in Bollywood. Everything from Animal and all these movies, are where the aggressive, hero and the kind of bloodshed they show is not palatable for all sort of audiences. Now, but then we know, being Bollywood, and being the nephew of Amir Khan, I'm sure that you would also guess that there is dal mein kuch kala hai. So what would we say? That the timing is definitely a major factor. He's now currently in the middle of a massive re-entry campaign into Bollywood after a 10-year hiatus. So every statement he makes right now is a part of his brand's repositioning. So you'll see now again PR is coming into the picture, and if you look at his picture, he's also put on a lot of weight, and it's like he was forgotten by people and Bollywood. Now, while his comments reflect his long-standing personal views, they are being used to differentiate him from the current alpha male superstars. Now, this is what he's saying. He actually has, when you think of why is this guy coming up with all these points, then you know that he has two major releases coming up, which is Happy Patel, Khatarnak Jasoos, which is going to be released in January, released in 2026, which means it's already out and nobody really knew about it. And Adhure Hum Adhure Tum, coming late 2026. This is his first full-fledged lead role in a decade, co-starring Bhumi Pednekar. He has explicitly stated that he chose this film because it focuses on empathy, kindness, and responsibility. While Happy Patel was, his return with a cameo in this spy comedy produced by none other than his uncle, I would assume, Amir Khan. So now this guy, now the kind of comments that he's making, about the hairy, angry man covered in blood, are being seen as a direct jab at the hyper-violent success of films like Animal and the recent Dhurandhar, the Revenge, and Dhurandhar 2. Targeting a specific audience, he's leaning into the internet's favorite boy persona, appealing to the segment of audience that's tired of violent alpha protagonists like Ranbir and the others. Now, in his recent interview and social media posts, he's been using the story of how he ghosted Bollywood in 2015 because he was disturbed by the industry's direction. It's a classic rebranding move. He isn't just an actor looking for work. He's an idealist returning to save cinema from toxicity. Now you understand that it's not Dhurandhar which has changed the sort of what's happening now, but it is this man who has come to save Bollywood from crisis. Now, he also means what he says, but he's saying it now because it's the most effective way to sell his upcoming soft emphatic movie in a market currently obsessed with angry men. So this is something that we find very, happening all the time whenever these people come with new films. So if Rani Mukherjee is coming with, one of her Mardani roles, then she'll say that, see, police women are so effective and blah, 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 to say that, please watch my movie and promote me. Other than that, they don't have an agenda, because if they really had an agenda, the first thing they would do is ask why SSR did not get justice. If they are really women fighters, or this man is asking for such good movies, why did they never fight for truth and justice in Bollywood? They never did. So it's a very selfish thing that they're always looking after. They're trying to protect their interests. Welcome, Neil. And welcome, Vishali. Long time since we saw you. And Sunita says, "Man, this is a new, this the new Bollywood. People no more are ready to buy nonsense, and the credit goes to our beloved SSR." Absolutely. And Vishali says, "I keep watching Meenaji change jobs. Been busy. Yes, we missed you. Absolutely. Welcome, Ned. And his uncle is toxic. Boycott them all," is what Lena says. Absolutely. Any connect with Amir Khan? In fact, I must tell you. See, I've been watching some visuals of Amir Khan, walking with his, I don't know, umpteenth girlfriend, who is younger and taller than him. He just looks as usual. He looks like a midget. Now, what he's done is his face has become unrecognizable. I mean, he's stretched it to the limits. We know about Botox, we know about plastic surgery and everything. But now this man takes the cake, because everything in his face is now unrecognizable. I don't know what he looks like now. So, sometimes what happens is, in this, run to become young, whether it's Shah Rukh Khan, or whether it's, Salman Khan, or whether it's Amir Khan, or Saif, all these Khans, whether, see, what happens is aging is natural. Slowly you will lose all that, is firm on your face. And this is something we have to accept. The more they resort to all these things, they will look like, all these horror, horrible characters that you see in Hollywood, And Neil says, this guy seems like a laptop of Congress ecosystem. Whatever Rahul Gandhi says, he will take it like a gospel. Perhaps you're referring to Kejriwal, which the news we will be moving on to. Kiran Rao became a different persona, a famous a fashion diva, yes. And now you should see his present girlfriend. I don't know how many girlfriends he has. It's like, see, every day he selects a new tie. It's the same way with Amir Khan. Every time he decides to have, a new girlfriend to show that he's young, because now these girls are all as young as his daughter. So then, would you call them another word? I wouldn't call it here, but would you call him that? Isn't it? With all these Epstein things happening, you would also term him in a certain manner, isn't it? And Lena says they're desperate to become 20 years old, but they don't understand people don't like them after SSR. Yes, the whole system has changed. And don't think that we have forgotten SSR's case. We are still on it, And Vishali makes a joke, maybe granddaughter, absolutely. But Vishali, you must see the new Amir Khan. You don't know where all he stretched his face, his cheeks, his nose, his mustache, and he doesn't even look like the old Amir Khan. Learning from Kamala Hassan, it seems. See, at least you can say, Neil, that Kamala Hassan has got some qualities. He can act very well, And if he was not a leftist or a atheist, we would have, at least he would have had our sympathies. But no one can be worse than this Amir Khan, especially after what happened in the SSR case. Now we're talking about, so KK says it would be hilarious when you see the Khans exit. They'll be desperately holding on. Absolutely. Now you don't even know. See, every time, Shah Rukh Khan is saying that his next movie, The King, is coming, it's coming in December. It's only March. Okay. Now, between March and December, there are going to be a lot of movies like Dhurandhar, which is going to really, really hit you below the belt. This is what is going to happen.